Can you tell who I'm doing a video on today?
With the recent coverage on cyber ninjas, we're going to start transitioning into some 3D era characters. And what a way to start this one off with a highly requested character, Kenshi. Kenshi made his debut in Deadly Alliance, being known for being the blind swordsman and operative for the Special Forces. Though only appearing in 5 titles, he's been quite a memorable character and has been requested by many, including my buddy Jeff. So today, we're going to rank all 7 of Kenshi's finishers from the worst to the best.
Fight!
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. My name is Nick, and welcome to or welcome back to the channel. If you haven't done so, click that subscribe button to join the Whack Pack to stay tuned for some more finisher rankings and more content coming soon. If you don't, I don't know, maybe Shang Tsung might screw you over and turn you into a Zatoichi-inspired fighter. Since Kenshi's debut in the 3D era, he's been one of the only characters to make their way into the new era in multiple titles. With his sword and telekinetic powers, he has quite a unique way to finish his opponents. You all know the rules by now. These will be ranked based on creativity, pacing, impact on the series, and personality to the character. Here are the ground rules for the swordsman. Rule number 1, no brutalities will be included. Please stay tuned for that. And rule number 2, Mortal Kombat Armageddon finishers won't be included. No need to worry about recreated fatalities, again, as Kenshi's finishers are all unique. With that out of the way, get a hold of Sento and try your best to look like Keanu Reeves as we rank all 7 of Kenshi's finishers across the MK series. Number 7. We're starting this list off by looking at his playable debut, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. It's been quite some time that a character's first fatality is considered the worst one. Sadly, this one does fall into that trapping, even though I find this one to be okay.
Wins. Fatality.
Contorting our way into the bottom spot is telekinetic contortion. Like the Purge movies, his first is what I believe to be the worst. Sure, it's cool to see him take advantage of his powers rather than someone like Ermac doing a decapitation, but this one falls apart in the pacing. This one just goes on and on and on, and it just drags for me. Also, the Banjo-Kazooie eyes are also a bit of a weird sight. As I said earlier, this is still an okay finisher, even though it's this low on the list. To be honest, I really don't know who saw that coming. Get it? Anyone?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Number 6. Let's move on to the next title in this series, along with Kenshi's second playable appearance, Mortal Kombat Deception. In this title, Kenshi joins forces with Sub-Zero to stop Hotaru and Onaga. With that, he's gonna need to upgrade his telekinetic powers. Sorry for the pun, but I think he pulled it off. Number 6 will go to Telekinetic Stretch. Although Deadly Alliance was the first PlayStation 2 era Mortal Kombat game, oddly enough, many of the finishers didn't have any dismemberment besides head pops. With the upgrade, it was nice to see someone stretch in a gross and unique way. What stops this going from any higher is that the Fighter of 1,000 Souls would perform this as a finisher nearly identical to this one. Overall, a good way to take advantage of telekinesis while not being too much of a stretch. Number 5. Skipping to number 5 while staying on focus with Deception. We've seen Kenshi use his powers to split someone apart, but can he do it as effective with a sword? Let's find out. Striking at number 5 is Katana Strike. Though many sword users could pull this one off, The presentation is what really nails this one for me. Stabbing the opponent right at the aortic arch, geez, I sound a lot like Jordan Wagner and Dr. Chris Rayner, to then pull out the blade spraying blood like it were in Kill Bill, capping it all off by slicing the waist. The slow reveal of the opponent falling apart as their knees hit the ground is what makes this a standout in Deception. Kenshi took a stab at it, and it was a slice above many. Number 4. Skipping Armageddon and 7 years to visit Mortal Kombat 9. Kenshi was the second of 4 DLC characters who released 11 years ago. With his grand return in this amazing reboot, he was able to provide quite a unique fatality for this new generation of fighting gamers. Throwing ourselves into number 4 is Split Ends. Quite a nice way to fuse both telekinesis and a sword finisher. Throwing the sword, then Jedi Force pushing them to split them in half is just unique. The nice details include the opponent shielding their face before he throws the sword, and the blood sticking to the screen after the slice. Kenshi just proves he's a force to be reckoned with. Now these next 3 are some top tier fatalities, and I had a hard time placing them in any order. These finishers are almost interchangeable, and it's pretty hard to pinpoint at the end of the day. But since this is a ranking, and because I wanted to get this video out to you guys, this is the order that I went with. With that out of the way, let's get into the top 3. Number 3. We are finally looking at Mortal Kombat X, which is Kenshi's latest playable appearance. With the advancements in the technology, we were graced with loads of unique and gory finishers. Some of these finishers led to some uncomfortable moments that may be hard to watch, so there's your warning with this one. Someone's clearly a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors. Though not confirmed, it's been rumored that this finisher was inspired by Philip's death, where Freddy Krueger pulls his tendons and strings him up like a puppet. Instead of cutting the arms and legs, Kenshi pulls the spine with the tendons sticking on. Truly an uncomfortable finisher to watch and just leaves you cringing. This one really just strikes a nerve with you and it pulls at your strings, and it's what makes this one so memorable. Number 2. I really had a hard time putting together my top 2 as I found both of these finishers to highlight Kenshi at his best. So, which of the remaining 2 will take the top spot? Let's find out. Flying into second place is Telecopter. Of the finishers from MKX, this is definitely a standout, which does a great job highlighting his katana and telekinesis. Spinning the sword and then treating the opponent like the hit Josh Groban song, to then blend them into a paste. Highlights include the face-off and the fun cinematics. I can see why many people consider this the best Kenshi fatality, but there is one that I enjoy more. Number 1. Let's cap off the blind swordman's journey by revisiting Mortal Kombat's reboot. We've seen many gross out fatalities and some innovative finishers when it comes to its presentation. However, we rarely see any that break the fourth wall this effectively.
Kenshi wins. Fatality.
Slamming into our number 1 spot is Scatterbrained, which is also one of my favorite fatalities from this game. Slamming the opponent into the camera, treating it like it were Spy Kids 3D, cracking the screen and leaving an eyeball behind is just great. The final touch is the slice and the slow reveal of the split. This one is paced pretty quickly, takes advantage of the character's traits, and injects some humor to leave anyone satisfied. These are what make Scatterbrained the number 1 Kenshi fatality of all time. And that's a wrap of all 7 of Kenshi's fatalities ranked from worst to best. Which of his finishers is your favorite and which is your least favorite? Comment yours down below and I'll get back to you. Let's create a fun discussion in the comments and explain what makes your top finisher your favorite. I hope you're enjoying the stream of content coming too. This summer has been super crazy, and as we transition to the fall months coming soon, stay tuned for more rankings and other videos to appear on the channel. I've been reading a lot of your requests and they've helped frame what I'm going to be covering in the next few weeks. To stay up to date, don't forget to subscribe as it means so much to this channel. While you're at it, follow it up by sharing it with your friends and dropping a like. Your support means so much to me and it's what keeps this channel going and growing. Similar to Kenshi, another group of characters were requested a couple of months ago. Well, they're getting their time to shine. So come back Monday, August 29th at 8 a.m. for finishers that are out of this world. As always, thank you for your continuous support. My name is Nick, and remember to have a smooth day.